Hello. In this video, we're going to be looking at conjunctions. We've talked about which one of our parts of speech. It's one of the smaller parts of speech. We've talked about nouns, people, places, things, and ideas. We've talked about verbs, actions, things you can do like jump, run, swim, or states of being like I am, you are, they, will be. We've talked about adjectives, which are describing words, words that describe nouns or modify nouns, words like beautiful, friendly, these, those, my, gorgeous, funny, etc. We've talked about adverbs, words that describe or modify a verb, an adjective or another adverb, words like quickly or really, to, softly, beautifully. Then we talked about prepositions. Prepositions show location or position, words like up, down, in, out, with, through, to, etc. So today's part of speech called the conjunction, and its job is to connect things. It can connect two words using a conjunction like and or but or. And they can also connect larger parts of a sentence called clauses, independent clauses, dependent clauses, or they can actually connect two complete thoughts to make one more complex sentence. So today we're going to look at the three different kinds of conjunctions, and then there'll be a real fun Schoolhouse Rock video that really gives you just the basics, and then there'll be a practice activity that I'll want you to finish after you've watched this video and Schoolhouse Rock. This first set of conjunctions are called coordinating conjunctions, and they go by the acronym fanboys because each letter in fanboys stands for one of the most common conjunctions that we use. And when it says they are coordinating conjunctions, their job is to join two complete thoughts or perhaps two words into one sentence. So the sample that they've given you, Luke will wash your car and I will find you the perfect air freshener. That's a fairly complex use of the word and. I could also very simply say, I am wearing shoes and socks. I will eat lunch and dinner. So that's what's called an additive. You're going to do more than one thing. And the rule with using the word and when you are talking about items, that you only use the word if you're talking about two items or two phrases like Luke will wash your car, comma, and I will find you the perfect air freshener. So Luke will find your car as one item. I will find you the perfect air freshener as the second item. So that's why you use the word and. If you are going to have three or more items, you're going to use commas, and then you're going to use and between the last and the second to last. So here are the most common coordinating conjunctions called fanboys: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So, like I said, and is probably your most common. I will eat chocolate chips and ice cream for dinner. I like neither liver nor chicken hearts, so I won't eat them. The example here about using the word but, Liam wants to get ice cream, but I'm in the mood for salad. So if you're using the conjunction but, one kind of cancels out the other. And you have to be careful when you use the word but, because when you say but, it means you don't mean the first thing. So I really like you, but I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. So the conjunction but kind of cancel each other out. The word or gives you a choice. You can have either pumpkin or apple pie at Thanksgiving. The conjunction so connects two ideas. Stephen didn't bring any chocolate chips, so I will need to go to the store. So take a look at these and try to figure out how you might use them. This next type of conjunction is called a subordinating conjunction, and it goes by the acronym of SWABI. And SWABI stands for since, when, after, because, and if. And the job of these 5 conjunctions is to join 2 complete thoughts into one sentence. So the sample here is John missed the bus. That's complete thought because he overslept. So you could say John missed the bus, period. He overslept, period. You can have that as 2 different sentences and be perfectly grammatically correct, but using the conjunction because joins them together to make a more complex sentence. So here's a couple other examples. Sometimes they're used at the beginning of a sentence, and if that is true, then you're joining what are called a dependent clause to an independent clause. So I'm going to look at the one that says, if I get good grades, my uncle will buy me a bike. In this particular case, if I get good grades, that is not a complete thought. That is called a dependent clause because it needs the second half of the sentence to make it complete. My uncle will buy me a bike. That part of the sentence can stand alone. I can say, my uncle will buy me a bike and be understood. So if I join, if I get good grades, comma, my uncle will buy me a bike, I now have a complete thought. And the conjunction if is the word that joins those 2 thoughts together to make a complete idea. The last set of conjunctions are actually in the adverb family. They're called conjunctive adverbs, and they are called themos. The S is just plural. And these words are used to show the relationship between 2 complete thoughts. So the adverbs that can be used as conjunctions are therefore, however, also, meanwhile, and otherwise. So here's an example. Benjamin painted the fence. I, meanwhile, made lemonade. So Benjamin painted the fence is a complete thought. I made lemonade is a complete thought. By putting the word meanwhile in between shows that these 2 events happened at the same time. Another one, James needs to finish frosting the cake, otherwise he'll miss the party. So James needs to finish frosting the cake can stand alone as a complete thought. He'll miss the party is a complete thought. The conjunction otherwise shows that unless he finishes the cake, he will not be able to get to the party. So the word otherwise joins the 2 complete thoughts together and shows the relationship that one of the things has to be done in order for the second thing to happen. So most of our writing, we're going to spend our time with the fanboys, the simple ones, the for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. But as our writing becomes more complex, we will use more of the themos and of the swabbies. So there will be a quick practice activity that follows this video. You'll be expected to look for the different types of conjunctions. There are 10 sentences, and in the 10 sentences there are 1 or more different conjunctions that I will want you to find.